Hey, Frontline fans! Welcome back to Comic Frontline and Fans. You're with me, Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back, everybody. And today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead, episode 12, otherwise known as Still. And you might as well call the plot line in The Walking Dead right now Still, because still nothing has happened since our, crew has left the prison. Nothing major. We've seen character development, which is always nice. But when I look at the plot, it just seems filler. In this episode was a #1 filler. Now, if you're a fan of Bethenny and you're a fan of Darrell, you might like the character development here. But I felt that there could have been so much more. In this episode, you get to see Bethenny and Darrell kind of open up to each other. Bethenny is tired of Darrell shutting her out, being silent, things like that. She wants to go, do something different. She wants to go find some alcohol and drink. Plus, it reminds her of her dad, something that she can relate to. And she figures also it could probably open up Darrell if they have a little bit of fun. And it sure does. It opens him up. He has a lot of pain. A lot of suffering, and you get to learn more about Darrell, which is nice that you didn't get to see. And you get to see Bethenny open up to him too, and their relationship is really nice with each other. They have this strong bond with each other, which I thought was good, and that's what The Walking Dead is about. It's about great development. However, in a TV show for 4 episodes now, I feel that it's too much. We need to move forward, have a little bit more. Last week we had, you had Rick and Carl get stuck in their house with guys that, were taking over this house, and you see Rick under the bed the whole time. Yes, it acted as suspenseful, but it never really drove the plot line forward. I need to see more. This was a complete filler episode. I would have loved to seen some of the other characters, at least something. There's no Maggie, there's no Glenn, there's no Abraham, there's no Rosita, there's no Eugene, there's no Carl, there's no Rick, there's no Michonne, there is nobody. And I just felt that with this episode, it was just too much between just the 2 characters. Especially if you're not a fan of Bethenny, this might have made you change the channel and watch the Oscars, because that's what this episode was about. You don't need to watch this episode to have anything that's going on with the story. Last week, at least, we had Abraham in here to learn what he's about and introduce his characters. But the thing that's been lacking is the plot line. It's not going forward really. And I had a feeling that after the governor was killed, that this was going to happen, because this does happen in the comics in some way, where they're just surviving out in the wilderness and things like that. And there's certain things that they haven't touched on that happens in the comics, but I have a feeling that we're going to go to this community when the season is over. So I wonder how long they're actually going to be driving this this plot forward with them interacting with each other and nothing really moving forward. I thought this episode was going to be a lot more action-packed than it was, and the last 10 minutes was just Bethenny bawling out to Darrell, and I'm just like, oh my God. Like, even for me, it was a lot. So, in the end, guys, I didn't care for that episode that much. I liked the character developments. However, let's move on with the story. Let's introduce, a new character again, or a new villain, or let's get to the community. Let's do something that's going to drive everything forward. We're going to see what happens next week. Hopefully there's more action, more of the cast that's involved, and let's get back on track to what The Walking Dead truly is about. So guys, leave me your comments, your thoughts on what you thought of this episode. I'm only giving this one a 2.5 out of 5. I just didn't like this, besides, the interaction. But when there's enough, and that was too much. So 2.5 out of 5 stars for me this week, guys. Again, leave me your comments below. And as always, guys, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. And until the next review, this is Mike Spider Slayer saying see you later. Take care, guys. Bye.